Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your prediction for April 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius need to know for April 2026? What do they need to know for the month of April? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, we have the Three of Pentacles. In the top row, the Empress. The Eight of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. And the Six of Swords. Flanking the Three of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. In the bottom row, Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Your overall energy. High Priestess, Page of Wands, Five of Wands. That leaves the Emperor, Six of Pentacles, the Devil to Justice here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It looks like you're having an issue communicating or collaborating here with someone, and you're trying to use your intuition to figure out how you can overcome the challenge that you're having with this person. Let's begin to clarify. We're using the After Tarot deck. My windows are open, so I want to apologize ahead of time if I cough. I got some pollen coming in, but it seems to be, it's not that great of a day, but the temperature is nicer, so I wanted to keep the windows open. But yeah, I could feel a cough coming on, so I want to apologize ahead of time. So Aquarius, we're using the After Tarot deck to clarify this message for you. The images are different if you're not familiar with this deck. Slightly changes the meaning of the cards, but we'll go through them as necessary in your reading today. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Just saw the Three of Wands. So can you please clarify this message for the Aquarius collective here for the month of April 2026? We're clarifying the Empress, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Six of Swords, the Wheel, Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Thank you. The Empress is being clarified by the Knight of Wands. The Eight of Wands in the reverse is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Swords is clarified by Strength. The Wheel is clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Hanged Man. The Six of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Empress, and the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, and King of Wands. That leaves the Nine of Wands, the Fool, to the King of Pentacles, to the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Your overall energy for the month of February. Maybe this started in February for some of you. Your overall energy for the month of April 2026 is Three of Pentacles to the Hangman. It's like you're trying to get something off the ground. You have a desire here to want to work, connect, collaborate, build something with an individual in your life, but you're facing some resistance from them. This person is not on board the way you're on board. There seems to be some type of separation or disagreement between you and this person. And for the month of April, or at least a majority of the month, you're trying to go within and figure out, how can I make this work with this person? How can we get on the same page? How can we move forward? How can we build together or collaborate together or come together? How do I get this person on my team? You know, is the feeling. Knight of Wands to the Empress. Eight of Wands is in the reverse to the Queen of Pentacles. Strength to the Six of Swords. I don't know who the Queen of Pentacles is. It doesn't have to be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but it's someone who does not want to discuss the situation with you. Eight of Wands is in the reverse. They're not open to collaboration. They're not open to communication. They're not open to compromise. This person has shut down. And they are confident in their reason to do this. I'm not going to discuss this with you, is their feeling. You, however, are the Empress to the Knight of Wands. Whether you're masculine or feminine, we all have feminine, masculine energy within us. You have a desire to want to push this forward, to want to move this forward. Again, to have discussion or collaboration. Strength to the Six of Swords here. I feel like you don't want to argue with this person because what precedes the Six of Swords is the Five of Swords. So I feel like you're holding yourself back, maybe biting your tongue at times. You would like this connection you have with this person to be a little bit smoother than what it currently is. Flanking the Hangman to the Three of Pentacles is a Ten of Swords to the Wheel. This seems to be a little open-ended. You're not sure if this is the end of the connection or teamwork or collaboration that you have with this person. Knight of Cups to the Six of Wands. It looks like there's an apology here of some kind coming from you or coming from them. I'm going to collaborate this more because, again, the desire here, I feel like this is on your part, to be honest. There's still a desire here for you to want to work with this person. So let's put it in context of work. You're at work. You are part of a team group project here, and you have a very combative individual. And the two of you are just butting heads on this project. Maybe you have certain objectives, they have another, the two of you are having difficulty coming together, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, you do what you want, I don't even want to be part of this. They're not even open to communicating. It's just an example. And you're like, no, wait a minute. we have to work on this together. Three of Pentacles, we're a team, we're supposed to work on this. So then you're coming up with ways, how can I get this person to work with me or have them return to this project without argument? Because, you know, if this is done and over with, I really don't want this to be done and over with. I need to work with this person. I need to get along with them. Just because we're not getting along on this project, I'm still going to have to see this person the next day at work. You know, again, we're just using that as an example. So the Knight of Cups and Six of Wands, I think for some of you, you might offer an apology here, again, in the hopes of having some kind of victory. Even if the two of you can't fully compromise on this, it's like, but I still got to come into work tomorrow and deal with you. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be arguing with you every day while we're both working here. So the Queen of Swords to the Three of Cups, it looks like you are desiring, I don't know, connection or something like that, or some type of reconciliation. And then we have you again here with the Empress to the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you're wholeheartedly invested in finding some compromise or making this work with this individual. But the Hermit to the Eight of Cups, you often think maybe it's best if I just wash my hands of this and just, you know, walk away. Like, I give up on trying to collaborate with this person. All right, let's see where we go with the message. Let's begin to clarify. Now, I have to be honest with you. I have two queens on the table and I have a king. It's possible for some of you, this is a third party situation. You have one partner turning their back to you, don't want to talk to you, or you're turning your back on them, you don't want to talk to them. And meanwhile, as one connection is closing out, a new connection here is coming together. So let's see where we go with the reading. I'm an Aquarius rising. I have no third party in that respect happening here. Although I do have issue with a group of people that I'm working with. So again, these are collective general readings. We have to apply them to our lives, how they resonate. Don't force the message. So for some of you, it's a romantic partner. For others of you, it's someone you're working with. Or maybe you volunteer with them, like at a community group with that Three of Cups, or some kind of political or religious organization. And for others of you, it's a romantic partner. And for some of you, as we've seen in your readings in the past, you do have two people in your energy. You are engaging with one or trying to close a cycle out with one while you're trying to like open or establish a cycle with another. Three of Pentacles. What is it that you want to work on here? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles here. And for those of you where it's third party, or I should say for those of you where it's not third party, you're like, why is she bringing up third party? The Empress is three. The Empress is card number 3. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the two queens. They could be two masculines. I don't read body parts. It's just energy to me. And then I have the one king there by themselves. So Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. But again, this could be in a group setting as well. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Pentacles is clarified Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. So this is you wanting to work with this person. They could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They don't have to be, but it is communication or a desire on your part. This is the person I want to connect with. Three of Cups to the Queen of Swords. So there's love or affection or admiration or respect. Even if this is someone that you work with, you desire to be on the same page with this person, to create this plan with this person, to work with this person. Hangman energy. Tell me about the Hangman energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Cups to the Three of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. Wow. So whoever this person is to you, and we're going to clarify if that Queen of Pentacles could be this person as well, putting up a resistance, or we're going to see more as we clarify. But for now, I see this is your energy. There's a desire for you to want to heal this connection, collaborate with this person, work with this person, or possibly recreate a foundation here between you and them if there's been an ending. Whoever this person is, regardless of their sign or gender, this seems to be the person you don't want to give up on them. Okay? Empress to the Knight of Wands. I'm not going to clarify that. This is you wanting to birth, nurture, create connection with this person here. Long-term, sustainable, reward, effort. You're in it for the long run with this person. Okay, but I do want to clarify the Eight of Wands in the reverse, because that's something has come to a stop here. There's no more movement or communication. What is that Eight of Wands here in the reverse? One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Wands in the reverse. King of Wands, there you are. Knight of Wands, there you are again. And the Sun, bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, clarified by Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, and Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Justice. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, King of Swords. This is interesting. Okay, I'm going to read this a couple of different ways, okay? There's definitely third party here. I don't know if this is you and two friends, you and two lovers, you and two vendors, two customers, two clients, you know, two business partners. I don't know. But it seems to be what I'm reading here is I have a group of you where you don't want to collaborate with this person. You don't want to collaborate with them. You have shut down forward movement, communication with this person. This person does want to work with you. They do want to work with you. You don't want to work with them. Instead, you want to work with this person. Well, that took a turn there. So you stopped communication here, or interaction, or investment. You halted it. Sorry, the pollen's getting to me. You halted this. King of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Sun card. You're choosing to invest in this other opportunity or connection. So again, let's go back to that work analogy, that work example we had in the beginning. There's a group of you working on something. This was a difficult person at some point in time. They said, F it, you do whatever the hell you want. I'm out. You're like, okay, well, I'm just going to then collaborate with this person, right? Three of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. The rest of us are still going to come together and we'll complete the project. I wanted you to be part of it. I was trying to get you to be part of it. You don't want to be part of it. So, but that doesn't mean that the project ends. I'm just going to figure it out with the other people. Now this person comes back in and they're like, wait a minute, I do want to be part of it. I do want to work with you on it. And your Eight of Wands in the reverse, like, no, you don't get to come in now and want to be part of it. You don't get to now slap your name on a project that you had very little to do with. So you're shutting this person down. Even though originally you did want to work with them, you wanted them on board. You wanted compromise. You were building something or had the hope of building or creating something with this person. You shut it down because of their resistance to you. Take it how it resonates, but you shut it down. So in April, something's going down with you and this person, where now they come back around again with a bit of an apology, wanting to reconnect with you. And you're like, no, I'm going to finish the project with this person. For some of you, this is an ex coming back around again. And you're like, no, I already started dating someone else, or I have an interest in someone else. So there's something like that happening here. So yes, three very distinct energies on the table. You, person A, and person B. Person A is coming back around again. You're not open to them. In fact, you've moved on from them. To you, this cycle is over. Wow. Okay. Did not see that. To you, this cycle is over. You're choosing to collaborate with this person. The wheel. Strength to the Six of Swords. I don't want to argue with you is the feeling. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with you about this, but I have no conversation here with you. I'm moving on. The wheel. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Four of Cups, the World, and the Knight of Cups. You are shutting this down and simultaneously beginning to work on the other connection. So I'm not working with you on this project. I'm going to now work on this person, work with this person. I'm ending the relationship with you. I'm starting the relationship with this person. There's something like that here at play. Or maybe you are in the middle of this triangulation. There's, two friends fighting and you're saying, I'm not taking your side. I tried to talk to you about it. I tried to bridge an agreement between you and this person or the two cousins or whatever. I'm not doing it anymore. They're right. I'm siding with them. So something they did or said, let's see what they're saying or doing that makes you so resistant to opening up to them. Even though they come in with the apology, you're like, no. Let me clarify that Ten of Swords first, because you're like, no. Four of Cups, I'm not happy about doing this, but I'm not re-engaging with you. World card, done. The Knight is now moving towards the other person. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Pentacles, turning your back. Two of Swords, your mind is made up. Page of Wands, you're leaving this person behind. Nine of Pentacles, you're choosing to be independent of this person. I'm not even going to talk to you about this. I don't want to argue with this. I don't want to argue with you about this. I'm done here. What does this person do? What does this person do in April that makes you do this? What transpires here with this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do? The Devil, something toxic. The Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Oh, tell me more about this. What does this person do to Aquarius? Could be a Capricorn for some of you. It doesn't have to be, but one more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, something that they say. Ace of Cups and the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. I think for some of you, this is... Okay. Excuse me. So this is someone who you were in partnership with, or again, you work together at the company. The Hierophant could be the corporation, the community, political organization. Again, maybe you volunteer. It's a group of you here. For others of you, maybe you're married to this person. There's something toxic here. This person, what is the toxic thing here? There's something toxic about this person. And they're like refusing to do the internal work. They're refusing to go inside and see where they're wrong. And they formulate an opinion or a stance on something, and they stay very rigid. Emperor to the Four of Pentacles. So you find this person to be difficult to compromise with, difficult to work with. They're not really growing or expanding. Although the Emperor and Empress energies in tarot typically are individuals who expand because they embody the best qualities of all four kings or all four queens. Devil to the Emperor to the Four of Pentacles. This is someone that they're not open to negotiation. They're not open to new ideas. They're not open to changing. So you see this person as being very limited when it comes to your ability to cooperate with them, or your ability to grow with them, or your ability to get along with them. So they come in with the apology and they still want to work on this or reconcile, but you can't get over the fact that they're so difficult to deal with, or there's no growth here, or they formulate an opinion that's not founded on fact or truth, and they stick to it. That's the issue you have with this person. Two of Wands, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. This person gives you a headache. Sorry to say that. This person, you've thought about this a long time, and this person gives you a headache. I'm sorry for the cross watcher watching. Tell me more about this person, what they're doing in April. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Cups, the Sun. This person plays games with you. King of Swords, there you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. This person plays games with you. They're hot and they're cold. They're in and they're out. They're emotionally unstable. They give you backhanded compliments. They're very rigid in their thinking. That's not the kind of person you want to connect with, collaborate with, or compromise with. So, you know, it's the person who gives you a backhanded compliment, but then they come in with an apology. It's a person who doesn't show up for you consistently, but then they do. They're inconsistently consistent. Or they're consistently inconsistent. Is that it? Yeah. And this is a back and forth game. Oh, look at that. 6 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. I walk away. I don't want to work with you. Oh, here I come back around again. Okay, I don't. So you find this person to be difficult to collaborate with. I'm just going to leave it like that. So even though they come in with the apology, it's a little too late to do the right thing now. That's your feeling. So I would expect argument, discord, disagreement between you and someone here. And because of that, you're choosing to put an end and pivot in another direction towards an entity, energy, or group of people that you feel are better aligned to you and your goals. And it's an easier 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, seamless kind of collaboration that you have here with this other individual. So you tried with us. You tried. I know it and you know it. Every time you go to like walk away or leave, that's when this person comes in with the apology. But there's still no growth. There's still no transformation. I'm looking at a deck of cards. I have a fleet of cards in front of me. I'm looking at Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So your move. I can't believe those cards are here on the table. So there's your Knight of Pentacles. There's the King of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords. So holy crap. So yeah, you're choosing to collaborate or work with this person instead. 10 of Pentacles to the Empress. So you've shut this person out, even though they come in with the apology. Like I said, for some of you, this is an ex or soon to be ex, but you're already involved with someone else. Take it how it resonates. Or this is the job. You give them the notice. You tell them you have another job, and now they suddenly want to work with you. That's what this feels like. This is closing out. This is beginning. They're kind of happening on the heels of one another in the month of April. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Pentacles, clarified by 10 of Wands. The 9 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles. So it's difficult for you to fully move on from this individual, but you're doing it. It's not easy, but you're doing it in the month of April. Wow. Did not see that coming. Empress. Tell me about the Empress energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Swords. You're freeing yourself. Ace of Pentacles. Moving towards the new moon. I would expect this to all go down between now and the new moon in Aries. When is the new moon in Aries, you ask? I don't know. Let's find out together. If I can. The table has wheels. I really should just move over or wheel over. Sorry, I'm just going to my website, thetimelinetarot.com, clicking on resources and going down to the major astrological occurrences that I have listed. And so what we have here, we have a new moon in Aries on April 17th. So between that April 1st and April 17th, I feel is like when all this is going down. The argument, the confrontation, wanting to work with them being resistant, them being very rigid in their thinking, you washing your hands clean of this and saying, I'm going to work with this person or these people instead because this seems to be more seamless or easier for me to work with this person. It's not going to be easy to totally disengage from you. I'm speaking like you here, but I'm going to do it because I'm looking for this new opportunity or new collaboration or new project or new relationship. Eight of Cups to the Hermit. Why is the Eight of Cups here? And you gave this considerable thought before you fully walked away. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Two of Cups. The Nine of Swords. I told you, Ten of Swords. You gave it considerable thought. Seven of Pentacles. This is not a small dispute. No, this person shuts down communication, shuts down their emotions, doesn't want to collaborate. Then they come in with an apology. Then everything's hunky-dory. Hunky-dory, that's a technical term. Then the arguing resumes. This person is very, like I said, inconsistent, emotionally imbalanced. The only time that they really come towards you is when they're in a jam, or they need you for something, or they see you moving on. Then suddenly they try to pull you back in. So you gave considerable thought, or will be giving considerable thought in the month of April to Eight of Cupping them. Eight of Cup is the only card in tarot that actually shows an eclipse. So a lot of considerable thought, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, about closing out the partnership or the connection or the collaboration with this person. Hermit, you thought about this a long time. Clarify the Hermit here. There's something here you realizing this person's never going to change. One more shuffle. Thank you. Hermit is clarified by Three of Swords, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. Bottom of deck, Five of Cups, and you are moving towards a new partnership. Typically in the Five of Cups, if I said Five of Swords, I apologize. Five of Cups, in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, we see someone crying over the Three Cups that are spilled. You're not crying over the Three Cups that are spilled. This has been a long time coming. You're now looking right out the Two of Cups. The new connection, employer, employee, contract, you know, there's something like that, lover for some of you. You're already making the choice. You're feeling intuitively led in this new direction. High Priestess, your intuition. Again, Page of Wands to the Five of Wands. Sorry about that. I just edited that out. That was a coughing fit. So you're using your intuition now to take a leap of faith, to move in a new direction. There's a little conflict here from this person. I don't think they're going to let you go all that quietly. Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, and the King of Wands. You're choosing to move forward. Again, we see you with the Six of Swords, but you're looking back, and I think you're looking back because this person has something to say while you're moving on from them. What does this person have to say to Aquarius as they're moving on? What does this person have to say? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Fool, about your new beginning. King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. There's incoming communication. Nine of Wands, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords. Apology, regret, not wanting to see you leave, not wanting to see you turn your back on them. Again, there's that in and out. I don't want to talk to you about it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to talk to you about it. I'm very rigid. This person gives you a headache. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're seeing the inconsistency or the immature behavior. And that's just going to replicate itself as you further distance yourself from this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yep. Now they want to heal it. Now that you want to move on, now they want to heal it, Aquarius. The Fool card and the Five of Pentacles. Can I come in from being out in the cold. So now they want to work with you again, collaborate with you again, reinvest in the connection again. Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, Emperor, you know, can we try this again? There they are. Can we try this again? So you're going to have some difficulty just saying no. No, you don't want to be part of the project. I found someone else. You didn't want to be in the relationship. We're over then. I'm dating someone else, or I moved on from someone else. You didn't want to be my friend back then. I found another person or a group of people now that are aligned to me, and I'm talking to them and we get along. No, I'm not coming back. I don't think you're going back. Don't allow tarot to dictate what you do, but I don't see you going back. Let's get you some advice and we'll close it out with some oracle cards. Even if you have to continue working with this person, let's say this is someone at work, I don't see you ever being as kind or nurturing to the connection as you were in the past. So again, if this is in terms of work and they're like, no, I'm so sorry, do you want to be part of the project? And you're like, no, you already walked away. We did the majority of the work. You don't get to come along now and, you know, stick your name on it. Are you going to have to interact or work with this person in the future at work? You are. Will you ever be that kind to them again? No. No. In fact, if you can avoid working with them in the future, it looks like that's exactly what you will do. For others of you, like I said, it could be a friend. There's something here where the two of you are just not aligned. They're not open to something. They shut down the communication. They come and go. Anytime they feel you walking, you know, moving on from them or creating distance, then they come in with the apology. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I think you're done with the erratic, childish behavior, whether that is your ex, the lover that you're leaving, you know what I mean? The friend, the family member, the coworker, the client, the wishy-washy client, wishy-washy. There you go. I think you're done with that. Even if you have to, for some reason, continue to engage with them in the future, you're never going to nurture that connection the way you did in the past. That was the last burn. Let's get you some advice here. Advice here for Aquarius, how to deal with that person. And then we didn't really get much into this person. Maybe we should. King of Swords. Yeah, there you are again. Let's get into the new person. What does Aquarius need to know about the new person? Like I said, for some of you, it could be a group of people with the Three of Cups, especially if it's a work setting. Tell me about the other person or people here that Aquarius is working with. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Page of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There you are. And you have the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Well, this person doesn't really know. Will the two of you be able to, you know, wrap up this project with this person not included? Or if it's a new romantic partner, they don't really know if it can go the distance, but they're accepting the offer and they're extending one to you. So there's a desire on this person's part to collaborate, to connect, to build with you, even though they're not entirely sure that you could get the project done or where the relationship is going or where the friendship is heading. They're willing to try. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Eee. Can I get one more on that Four of Cups? One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. For some of you, this person may have some words to say to this person, either about how they treated you or spoke to you or their lack of involvement, like with the project, if this is at work. Anything else we need to know about this? This person has something to say about what that person did to you. So for some of you, they're going to vocalize it to you. For others of you, they're going to go tell that person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice. The Moon. And the Magician. Mercurial energy. Communication. Yeah. So for some of you, this person's going to say, again, put in the work setting, I can't believe so-and-so didn't want to work with us on this project. And then they thought they'd come around and stick their name up, you know, on the project and try to, you know, take credit for it or say that they were part of it. This is like, good for you. We did all the hard work here. They didn't want to be part of it. They dumped out that cup. You offered them the opportunity, you know, or we offered them the opportunity. They didn't want to be part of it. For others of you, this person is going to say that to this person. Hey, we tried working with you on this and you didn't want to. So there's something like that where this person feels like, I need to say it. So they might say to you, if that's your ex, I really don't like how that person treated you or what they're doing to you. You know, this person like wants justice. okay, for how this person treated you. So yeah, for some of you, they're going to say it to you. And for others of you, they might actually go to that person. 3 more cards on this person. The Magician again. The Devil, and that's how this person came up, the Devil, and then the Emperor. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm getting. This person is saying to you, I don't like what this person did or what they're doing or how they treated you or how they affected the project or, you know, the wishy-washy whole energy. This person has something to say, and they're going to voice it to you. And then I have that group of you where they're going to voice it to you, but they're also going to tell this person that, you know, I don't know, the behavior at work was unprofessional, or that they're your ex and they need to stay your ex. You know, there's a little here of this person wanting to speak up because they feel hurt. They care about you or they have respect for you and they don't like what this person has done to you or is trying to do to you or however they've tried to manipulate you. This person has something to say. That so this person or group of people, Queen of Swords to the 3 of Cups, is defending you. Either, like I said, to you. Well, for all of you, to you. But then there's a small group of you where it's like to you and to that person. Now we'll get you advice on person A there. 3 cards of advice for person A, the difficult person. Advice for Aquarius in regards to the difficult person. 1 more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. Again, someone here that you're supposed to work with. King of Cups. That's how you came up the first time. 9 of Wands. Be very defensive and guarded. 10 of Wands. You should not have to shoulder the burden of the project or the connection. They don't get to come in and out. So in terms of advice, stay emotionally stable, balance as best as you can. Continue to focus on whatever it is here that you're building or creating or whatever project this is or plan that you have here. Don't allow this person to weigh you down or to get you down. Have the courage and persistence, you know, to know that you can continue to collaborate with this person or this group of people. Don't allow that person to make you emotionally dysregulated. And 3 cards here for their advice with the new person. King of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Okay, so yeah, persevere. The 2 of you will be able to overcome this or complete the project. Or again, if this is your ex, you will be having a new romantic start here with this person. So there is something here about you guarding off that person and continuing to work on the project or the relationship or the connection, whatever this is for you, with this new person. So again, it's just telling you, just block out that other person and continue to work on this here. The Tower, the Strength card, and the Devil. Yeah, hold back. Like from talking to this person, getting involved with this person. This person showed up 3 times as the Devil card. Could it be a Capricorn for some of you? Yeah, but that's not the energy I'm getting here. This person is toxic, wishy-washy, and consistently inconsistent. They have a shadow side to them that they refuse to look at. They don't want to heal. This is not someone looking for growth and expansion. And I'm getting tired just like drawing on their energy here, like tapping into their energy. I can see why you keep showing up as 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands. This is 10 of Wands. It's exhausting to deal with this type of person. So yeah, you move towards, you know, working with the new person, the new people, the new group, your new beginning, the new job for some of you. Like maybe you're leaving this other job, you're starting a new job. Yeah, that's exhausting. It's so emotionally unstable. I hate to say that about a person. I'm not a doctor or a psychologist or anything, but that's so radically inconsistent. Let's get you 3 cards here. 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice, or 3 oracle cards here, not advice cards. Sorry, 3 oracle cards. 1 more shuffle. Thank you. Exploration. See, I think you were exploring. I think you were open to working with this person. Rooted in courage, and then vision. So you find someone that shares the vision. And it looks like you're rooted in courage to walk away from that and work with this person. Soulful presence. Sagittarius also had that at the bottom of their deck, if I remember correctly. Yeah. 3 more cards here, and I'll read these to you in a second. Sacred Well, Mystic Candle, Flowing River. Yeah, there's something where this flows This flows better with this person. And 3 more cards here. Step by step. Wheel of Fortune on that card as well. Letting go and attaining peace. Yeah, this person's exhausting. Exhausting. So you were brave, okay? Brave exploration of the unknown. Expand your horizon. So you were trying to work or collaborate with this person. Sacred well, deep healing is available. Take time for restoration. Absolutely, because this person's absolutely exhausting to deal with. And step by step, I embrace patience, trusting that time will bring my goals to fruition. I release control and understand that the true value lies in the journey, not just the outcome. And so, yeah, I think you are step by step letting go, detaching, no longer wanting to associate with that person, collaborate, compromise, or work with them. Rooted in courage. Find strength in challenge, like deep roots, standing firm in the storm. So, yeah, I just feel like it takes a lot to disengage from this person. Mystic candle, illuminate your path. Let your inner light guide the way. We see you doing that with the hermit energy. You gave a lot of thought and consideration to walking away, letting go. I release my worries into divine hands and welcome inner peace, trusting that all is aligned for my highest good. I know angels are guiding me through this challenge. That's exactly what they're doing. And now you have this person or group of people where you do have shared vision. It's like new dawn, new day. Oh my God, this is so refreshing to be able to collaborate or work or build a relationship or connection with someone who's on the same page as you. Look forward to the future with foresight. Make wise choices. You're doing that. 2 hermit cards here came out for you. Flowing river, flow with life's currents. Adaptability is your strength. Yeah, this seems very flowy. This seems like very easy. This also seems to be a person or group of people that are very defensive of you. They do not like what this person has done to you or what they're doing to you in the month of April. And attaining peace, finally, because you're free of that. I turn within to discover the source of my experiences and find peace in seeking truth. The treasures I uncover within myself hold greater value than any external wealth. Step by step, I continue my spiritual journey, freeing myself and rising higher, and I am attaining true inner peace. Yeah, letting go, that was probably the best thing you will be doing for yourself in the month of, again, I was going to say February, but this reading is for April. I swear to God, I'm doing the reading on April 3rd. Yeah, or April 2nd. I'll release it on the 3rd. But yeah, whew, all right. So maybe for some of you, this started in February with this person, the arguments and the wishy-washy, the in and out. Maybe that's what led to that 10 of Swords, to the World card there. It's like April is like the, I don't know, the crescendo, if you will, of all of this. Let's get you 2 Kipper cards for each row, and we'll close out your reading. 2 cards here for the top row, please. Occupation on the side and courthouse. So with this soul contract, okay, courthouse, yeah, I feel like you were trying to work with them or collaborate or compromise. They just made it so difficult. And for some of you, you felt like you were shouldering the burden or you were doing all the work or they left you to do all of the work. 2 cards for the middle row. Lovers is on the side and change is on the side. So this is where you start to wonder or question, is it best for me to just start working with this other person or group of people? Okay, so choice is on the horizon here for you. And then 2 cards here for the bottom row. Mature woman, false person is on the side. So now you find someone who's mature and sensible that you can work with or connect with. And meanwhile, the false person is on their way out. Main male, pathway, wealthy man, imprisonment, main female. I feel like for some of you, you still have to work with this person. It might be someone you work with or volunteer with. For others of you, it's possible that you need to like get a divorce from this person, but you're already starting the connection with this person. So it seems like you and the new person can't really get on page until like you fully disassociate yourself. It's like you're still sort of chained and shackled to that other person. But the pathway is there. So within 3 to 5 months, you won't be working with this person. So maybe they're leaving the company or you are, or the divorce is in motion or will be finalized within 3 to 5 months. There's something like that. This person is making their way out of your life over the course of the next 3 to 5 months. And meanwhile, you're now working with this person or this group of people. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. That's a hell of a month. But yeah, it looks like someone's irrational behavior is making you come to the conclusion that you really can't work with them or there is no compromise left between you and this person. And thankfully, you're finding a person or group of people that you can collaborate or build with. And it looks like you're choosing to move in that direction, although the cycle is not fully closed out with this person, but it looks like you are now on the heels of it closing out over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, or 3 to 5 months. Let me get you timing. When is this person fully out? Can we get timing here, please, for Aquarius? When is person A fully out of their life? Okay. We have a flipper here. We have December. So maybe for some of you, if it's a divorce, it's going to take a little bit longer within the next 6 months. So we did have 3 to 5 months there. And I'll get one more card for you. You take them how they resonate to you because you know your situation. Within the next 9 months. Bottom of deck, February. I think for some of you, this started in February. So I'm going to leave that right there. By the end of the year, this person is out of your hair. For some of you, it'll be within 9 months. For others of you, 6 months. But yeah, it looks like the cycle is closing out with this person. And you're off to this new beginning with this other individual or group of people. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.